Hi, my name is Daryl Patton, and I'm known as the Southern Herbalist. For 12 years, I was privileged to study under the late, great Tommy Bass, one of the last of the mountain herb doctors in North Alabama. Tommy Bass was born in 1915 and was the child of sharecroppers, and went one winter without shoes and had to use newspapers. And at that age, he was smart enough to figure out a way to earn some money. And the way he did that was to go to an old midwife who taught him about medicinal plants. And so for the next 81 years, he gathered medicinal roots, herbs, barks, you name it. He would gather it on the side of Lookout Mountain in North Alabama. And during that time, he amassed an immense knowledge of medicinal plants as well as edible wild plants. And so I wrote a book at one point in time called Mountain Medicine. And it's all about the herbs he used, the folklore of the time, faith doctors. But the majority of it is all about medicinal plants and the way that people in the 1800s and early 1900s used them. A lot of plants are covered in this book that are traditional Southern medicines, some of them commonly known such as golden seal, while others are lesser known plants such as crossvine, shrub yellowroot, and a host of other plants that may not be as well known in the modern herbal world, but are very powerful medicinals and well worth being used by us on a daily basis. This was originally published by Natural Reader Press, and when they went out of business, the book went out of print. So now my goal is to self-publish this book and bring it back to another generation of people who can sit down and enjoy a simple talk with Tommy about the old way of using plants. As part of this Kickstarter project, of course, we're going to give out prizes. They may range from a signed autographed copy of the book, limited edition copies of this book, a wonderful DVD I'm putting together with Tommy Bass talking about the old ways of using herbs, as well as a few things such as personal herb trips out in the woods with me for people who want to contribute and get this project back going. In a day when we depend on modern medicine to treat a lot of our ills, and we're worried about where we're going to get our medicine, oftentimes that medicine can come out the backyard. And not only are these medicines safe to use, many of them are as high-powered as anything you'll get from a doctor, and they're easy for us to learn to identify. It's a way for us to empower ourselves to take care of our own health and not depend so much on modern medicine. And I'm not opposed to modern medicine, but so much having to depend on that medicine to take care of every one of our needs. The ability to gather medicinal plants, the ability to learn to identify them, brings us closer to nature, as well as giving us power over our own health, over our own well-being, and it makes us take responsibility to our relationship with plants and with nature in general. Another great thing about this book is that it's meant for the layman to read. The average person can take these plants, learn how to make these medicines from them, and not feel that it's so complicated that it's beyond their ability. And if we can get enough people to contribute to this Kickstarter project, I'm going to add a lot more of Tommy Bass's stories, herbal remedies, and make it an even bigger book. One of the quotes I put on the back of the book was this. Tommy said, "I always did believe that God never did make no mistakes. He never made anything he didn't make a remedy for. The Lord put something out there if we would only get out and find it." And that's my goal, is to carry that tradition alive. It's important to me to not let this knowledge die with Tommy Bass or with this book, because it's stuff that is not only good to know, it's pertinent to the next generation, and it's a way of carrying on our tradition of gathering plants. And when we have a tradition of gathering plants and making medicine from them, we have a reason to preserve our environment, to take care of it, and to make sure that it's passed on to the next generation.